to another video. If you're wondering why I'm always wearing the same stuff, I am actually recording multiple videos on one day. So yes, I do change my clothes occasionally. So welcome back to another video, and it is about why does cutting karmic ties usually does not work. And before we step into that, my name is Janine. I have been a spiritual coach for 16 years now. I have coached thousands of clients, probably had about 20,000 consultations so far. I am a medium, I am an astrologer, and in this channel I am hoping to help you ascend by sharing my knowledge that I have gained in all of my research and experience, personal and through coaching, personal coaching. And if you would like to book a personal coaching with me, a session, my contact information is below. I am available for personal coaching. I am also available for the astrology readings. If you would like to analyze your divine counterpart connection or any soulmate connection, could be family, could be a friendship, then please check out my other stuff. And you know what else to do. Please like, subscribe, share my videos, help me grow my channel, and I would appreciate that very much. And also, I'm pretty sure I could tell you a few things that help you understand manifestation a bit better, your journey a bit better. And this topic, for example, was inspired by my work as a spiritual coach, because I have encountered many clients that try to cut karmic ties and it didn't work. And usually they're like, oh, I can't get rid of that person and it's draining me and I don't like it, and I have had some magic done to cut those ties and I'm still connected to that person, and I want to talk to you about why that does not work. And there's several reasons actually. One is, if your soul, if you attracted somebody to teach you something, you cannot sneak out of that lesson. I mean, you could, but it wouldn't do you any good. Let's say, for example, you would have acne, you would have bad skin, and you get a mirror, and that mirror is showing you have bad skin. It's not the fault of the mirror, and you can replace that mirror, but it will still show you've got acne on your face. And if you replace that mirror, it will still show you've got acne on your face. And what happens if you replace that mirror? It still shows you the same thing. So what do you need to do that the mirror shows you something else? You take care of your skin. You don't try to argue with the mirror. You don't try to clean the mirror to show you a perfect skin. It is your job to clear your skin. And that is something that happens in these bonds. One thing is, we are sending out mixed signals to the universe. One signal is, I love that person, because you keep on thinking about them, right? And spirit thinks everything you constantly put your focus on is something you want to experience. So you constantly think about someone, which means you hold them in your life. And then at the same time, you cannot be in unity, because there's all of the anger, being angry at the mirror instead of that your own issue that's not unhealed. There is victim mentality, blaming the other person for not giving you what you want, for example, and that energy is repelling the other person. So you're kind of stuck in limbo. You can't draw the other person in because of your limiting beliefs sorry, and your unhealed trauma, but you can't get rid of them because you think about them all of the time. Hence you manifest them, you order them, but then you cancel your order. So you're stuck in between. You can't really have them, but you can't get rid of them. And also, again, if your soul chooses to attract someone, for example, if you have abandonment issues, you can only attract someone to trigger those abandonment issues by not being available. Okay? And cutting ties doesn't do anything. Again, what usually doesn't happen but could happen if your ego is that strong that you with the force of your ego, get away from that connection. Again, you're just replacing the mirror. Same, next guy, same stuff. Next woman, same stuff. And that can go on and on and on and on and on until you finally do your work. And also, what did I say? I've got tiny page of notes. Yeah, it doesn't work because I implied it. You constantly focus on something you don't want. You focus on your person, and also you focus on the negative feeling that come up. For example, why do you want to get rid of that person? Not because you're happy together, but because that person is mirroring you, because that person is triggering you, because you probably are not really grounded in self-love, and therefore that person cannot mirror love to you or respect. They have to show you, look, you're not in your self-love, so they have to somehow show you disrespect. Not their fault. Again, it's never the fault of the mirror. And again, it's always difficult to use the word fault because I don't want to blame you. It's just because you haven't learned something yet, you're not to blame. It's just your responsibility to develop and to change your limiting beliefs. It's your responsibility, not your person's. And so you are focused on, for example, your person always going away, always running. But again, the universe thinks you want whatever you focus on. So the more you think about your person always like ghosting you, you order to the universe, please universe, I want that person to ghost me. Because the universe doesn't understand, energy doesn't understand. The universe, spirit, however you want to call it, they only read where is your focus. Is your focus on the absence of that person? That is what you're manifesting, that is what you're ordering, and that is what you'll get. If you're mad at this person for disrespecting you, your focus is on being disrespected. And again, two issues. One issue is you can only attract somebody disrespecting you because you are not in self-love yet. Not really. I often hear it from my clients, yeah, but I am. But then when you talk more about them, they are not always able to set up boundaries. They're not able to have a fun time. Self-love also, for me, self-love means doing a job you love. You know, going to a job you hate 8 hours a day, that's not self-love. How can you say I love myself and then do something you hate daily just because you're scared of doing something else, or because your ego tells you, yeah, I need that job because I'm too old to find something else? And that's not how manifestation works. All of those limiting beliefs, but we don't want to go there. If you want me to go more into this, please leave a comment with suggestions for my videos. But again, if you focus on something, if you focus on your person disrespecting you, that is what the universe thinks you want to experience. The universe doesn't know what is pleasant and what is not pleasant. The universe can't tell if you like it or don't like it. The universe only reads your focus and your energy. If your energy is on always being disrespected, that is what you will get. And you cannot do anything to change that person. You will have to change the limiting belief. So if you constantly focus on what you don't want, that is what you'll get. And hence you cannot cut a tie, because that would be like, oh, I don't want to deal with my stuff, so I'm going to someone to cut that tie so I don't have to deal with it. It's not gonna work out, because again, if your soul wants to ascend, your soul will make sure that you are good. You cannot attract anything you are not. Just because you cut a tie to a specific person does not mean that the fear of abandonment that probably already happened in your childhood. Usually there are mother issues. Fear of abandonment with mother could be, for example, your mother was not very emotional, so she was there, but she was not emotionally available. Or it could be that there has been a separation between you and your mom. For example, one of you had to go to a hospital, or you were taken away from the family, or could be anything. Or you had younger siblings and then your mom had to take care of that. She had to work a lot and she was not always there. Anything like that could kind of like install the fear of abandonment when we are children, and it's like a computer program that's being installed, and when we're adults that program is running and we're manifesting on autopilot. That is why it's so important to find the red thread in your life in order to undo the programming, in order to manifest something else. And just because you do some kind of meditation or ritual to cut a tie to a person does not mean that the underlying program is deleted. Not at all. It's still there, and it's still working, it's still operating. And therefore you cannot just get rid of all of that baggage. And sorry, sore throat. No, it's not sore, it's just dry. I've been talking too much. Sorry. And nobody can take that away from you. You know, I get it so often. Yeah, I've been to a healer, I've had the session, but that thing is still there. Yeah, of course, nobody can clear your karma. No one can. Don't fall for that BS. It's not real. Somebody can maybe show you the way, and not you a little, but you have to do the work. It's your job to reprogram your mind. I always say scientists discovered that you need at least 21 to 60 consecutive days to reprogram your mind. So if you want to work on your self-love, you would have to do your self-love meditations, affirmations, whatever it is, mental diet, for at least that time period in order to really have it sunk in. You cannot bypass, you cannot like cheat and go to someone to, I don't know, suck that out of you. It's not happening, it's not possible, because that does not create new neurons in your brain. You need to create new neurons in your brain by changing the way you think, by clearing your past. That is totally up on you. And again, cutting a tie will not do that. That all of the negative experiences that happened before, you know, that thread is all of a sudden done. And that's another reason why you cannot just cut a karmic tie, because most karma is not individual karma. That is how I label it, because I kind of specialized on karmic connections a while back. I always differentiated between individual karma and more general karma. Individual karma is very rare, and it is actually, I don't believe it anymore at all, because I don't believe in past lives anymore. Because what really sunk in for me was what you probably heard, that time is an illusion. If time is an illusion, if there's only now, then there is no past, so there's no past lives. There is no past. We just can't connect. Like if you have images from a past life, it would be another stream of consciousness, because we all come from the same source, another spark that you can connect to, and you can read that energy because it's somewhat similar. You relate to that energy, that you resonate with that energy, and hence you can, of course, connect to the Akashic record to reach that specific energy, because you share kind of like an archetype, an energetic archetype. That is why you can connect to like past lives. But again, there is no past, there's only now, and everything already has happened and is created. So but again, if we just hold on to that, individual karma would be you have karma with a specific person. And back then, when I believed in past lives, I would say, yeah, maybe if one person raped the other, one person murdered the other, something like severe happened. You know, negative karma, individual karma is not unrequited love. Imagine every guy or every woman in this life that didn't work out would come back in another life as a karmic connection. Like, no. Something severe has to have happened to have karma with another person. So that is rare. What is happening most likely is trauma bonding. Yeah, like you have this issue and you get someone to show you that, and then there's trauma bonding, and that person is mirroring you, your unhealed stuff, and then you project stuff onto them. That is what could happen. But that you can heal only by asking yourself, why did I attract this person in the first place? Because you can only attract what has been a match before you attracted that. It must have been an energetic match. You cannot attract anything that's not an energetic match. And Sorry. So many people say, yeah, I attracted a narcissist, but I'm not a narcissist. Or I am open for a relationship, but they are running. You would attract, and I'm really saying narcissist in quotation mark because I think it's used way too quickly. I have to do a video on that as well. It's, you know, like in a spiritual field, people label other people as narcissists just because they don't do what the first person wants. So it's a bit of a paradox, to be honest. But if you would attract a narcissist, and again, narcissists do exist. Who attracts a narcissist? Somebody who has no clear boundaries, somebody who's not in self-love. So you don't have to be a narcissist to attract a narcissist. You are the opposite of the narcissist. That would be like an opposite attract. That person is mirroring back to you what you lack. And again, you don't lack that you need to become a narcissist. It's more about a healthy kind of self-love. Somebody who is stable in their self-love could never attract a narcissist. So the thing is, ask yourself, why did I attract this person? Why did I attract this energy that is mirroring something back to me? Or whatever you can call it, karma. So again, just cutting a tie does not delete all of the programming that attracted that person in the first place. You have to reprogram your own subconscious by asking, why did I attract this? Where's the red thread? Where does it lead to? Often it is mom, not all the time. Often it's mother issues. And then you start there and do your revision work or your ho'oponopono, whatever it is. But what is happening more often is what I call not individual karma, like general karma. General karma would be, you have what we were talking about, fear of abandonment, and you attract a mirror who leaves you to trigger the fear of abandonment. You're not in your self-love, and you attract somebody who is mirroring to you, look, you're not in your self-love. And I said it earlier with the mirror and the pimples. If you would leave one person behind, but you don't heal that stuff, you get the next mirror, and that mirror can only show you the same stuff. And then if you replace that mirror, it can only show you the same stuff. So that is what's usually happening, that we attract somebody who is mirroring our own unhealed stuff, you know, trauma bonding. And yeah, cutting the tie to that person, to that mirror, it's not doing anything. It's not working. It's not working. Because the person has never been the problem to begin with. The problem to begin with was something that has already been inside of you that was not healed. And that is where you should put your energy on. And don't spend your money on cutting ties. Spend your energy more on, I don't know, if you want help, on a hypnosis therapist, for example, who is trying to help you the source of that issue. Spend your money rather on someone like this who's showing you what work you can do, because again, nobody can take it away from you. We can only point into the right direction with our own experiences, or the experiences we have with the things we learned. We can point into the direction, but you have to go. And nobody is just magically like making you quantum leap there. It's not possible. So don't waste your money on cutting ties. It's not working. Why? Because the other person is not the problem. The mirror is not the problem. You manifested that, which is good, because that means that you have the power to unmanifest it. No one else has, but you have 100% the power. You can undo it if you do the work. Because if you can imagine being in your dream relationship, working at your dream job, then only because that timeline is available, and it's your job to shift to that timeline by changing your own subconscious belief. Don't try to change the other person. Don't try to persuade the other person. As I said earlier, it's absolute waste of energy to try to convince the mirror to show you shiny skin. It's a waste of energy and also money to buy cleaner for the mirror, to have a shiny mirror. It will still mirror your own stuff back to you, and it's not on the other person. It's not their fault. And you can cut the karmic tie, you can shatter the mirror, you will still have acne on your face, you know. So take care of that. Spend your money on good skincare. Again, it's just a metaphor, but yeah, that is why karmic ties, cutting karmic ties doesn't work, because first of all, you're focused on what you don't want, and hence you keep on manifesting what you don't want. Pointing the finger at the other person, you know, victim mentality is keeping you stuck in victim mentality, and the universe is trying to fulfill your wish and keeping you, getting you more and more circumstances where you can be the victim, because the universe will think you love to be the victim. So you're not a victim. Step into the power. You are a conscious creator. You're a manifester. You're a divine being. Yes, you are a divine being. You can create. You create everything. You can keep on creating subconsciously the stuff you don't want by focusing on that, or you use your power, and you have that power to create something you do want. And if you doubt in that power, I made another video. I don't know if I uploaded before or after this. I did record it before this one, about Roy Sullivan, who manifested something against all odds. It is impossible mathematically, but he still did it. And watch that video, Manifestation Against All Odds. Something like this is going to be labeled. You can manifest it, but not by focusing on the problem. If you focus on a problem, you manifest more of the problem. If you blame the other person and make them the bad guy, you keep on manifesting them being the bad guy, or you keep on manifesting more bad guys. You know, you cannot manifest anything good out of negative emotions. You have to clear those first, and then the universe is your oyster. You can then manifest whatever you want, whatever you can consciously envision is available to you. So please don't try cutting ties. Also, that's another thing. People often think cutting karmic ties will end emotions you have for a person. If you love someone, cutting karmic ties will not end that feeling. What you can do cutting karmic ties, but you still have to do your work, your other work. You won't get around that. There's no bypassing. But cutting karmic ties is something you can do if you try to forgive someone. You know, there's different kind of techniques. For example, if something specific happened to a person or a place, you can cut karmic ties also to places. I would not even do it in general. If like specific things happened, I would cut those ties specifically, but then let them go. Let them go. Have the intention not on having that person, that I don't know, toxic person out of that your life, but by making a ritual out of it, by claiming responsibility and saying, yes, I'm sorry that I manifested you in a way where you hurt me. I forgive myself for giving you the power to hurt me. That you can do. You could do Ho'oponopono. So you could do a cutting karmic ties ritual. Yeah, it's like a ritual to say something like, I keep that in the past, but again, I would not try to keep the person in the past, but more the issue, to overcome that specific issue that you could do. Let's say you have worked on your self-love and you already see your person is mirroring that, or you have attracted another person but there's still some grudges, then you can cut do like a ritual. I cut the karmic tie in order to leave that in the past consciously, and I intend to leave that certain thing in the past as I go on manifesting my self-love, for example. That is something that you could do if you feel that that would be the right manifestation technique. It's still a technique, it's a ritual to leave something in the past, but again, it won't work if you still have strong negative emotions or grudges, and it most definitely won't work if you after that still keep on thinking about that same thing over and over and over again. If you want to do a ritual, then use that to say, okay, cut, I leave that in the past, I forgive 100%, I forgive the other person, and I forgive myself again for giving the other person that power to hurt me, for manifesting the other person, the version of the other person that is hurting me. And I leave that now, and I won't think about that anymore. Then you could do that. But again, it will not work. It's like you cannot pull out weeds. There's still roots in the ground. It will grow back. You need to stay on your mental diet and not think about that anymore. And that would be like digging out the roots so it can't grow back. But as soon as you cut a karmic tie and then you think about it again, that again is the reason why it's not working. It's like you pulled out the weed and the roots are still in the ground, and then there's more weed coming. It's not working. So I like that metaphor. Thank you, Spirit of the weeds. Good metaphor. They give me this metaphor a lot, but thank you for giving it to me in this situation. It makes perfect sense. So yeah, cutting karmic ties is like pulling out weeds, and if you don't do it right, and nobody else again can do it for you, because you have to go on the mental diet afterwards. That is the only way to really get over something. If you still get over them and you're not over them and you're still mad at them after you did that, and that could be an issue, you like get even more mad, like, now I paid that money and I had that karmic tie. And it's funny, I get it a lot from people. He is still not leaving me alone. He is energetically attacking me. He is energetically coming to me. I hear that a lot. But no, you manifest that. It's your belief that is getting projected back to you. It's not the other person, not ever. You might, of course, pick up on their energy, but only if you are receptive to it. Only if you kind of like wait for it. Only if you manifest that person consciously or subconsciously to still do that to you. But nobody can do anything to you if it's not a match with your frequency. So again, not the other person's fault if they, I don't know, come to you energetically. It's, oh, they don't leave me alone. No, because you still think of them. They can't leave you alone if you still think of them. If you want to get rid of something, you take out the entire energy and you don't focus on it anymore at all. Strict mental diet. And then it would be like a plant that you don't water and it's going to wither. And then there can't be anything growing. Then your person, sooner or later, will leave you alone. Like, even if you feel their energy, you can imagine building up a wall, saying, nope, I don't want to think about you. And then you visualize what you want to experience. If you want to experience true love with another person, that would be your visualization. What does it feel like when you, for example, live together with your new person? You can just make someone up you live with. But again, you can only attract new love once you healed the old baggage, or you will attract a new mirror. You will only attract a new mirror. But if your skin is still pimply, then you can only attract somebody who shows you that. If you took care of your skin, then your next mirror will show you how perfect your skin is. It's up to you what you attract, what you get shown. I hope this helped you. If so, please leave a comment below. And if you want personal coaching, I am available for personal coaching. You will find my contact information below and also in the About Me page. And check out my other content, and I hope I see you in another video. Bye bye.